I don't know.
Smile.
It was really specific in the email of how to do it. And I no. But I was just like,
You ready? We're doing. How are you?
am I in your seatbelt?
We all ready? Thank you.
I think he did win the race. Never mind.
Good evening. How are we doing today? Oh, people here.
How are you?
We're waiting for you.
Like you can't fit shaking hands. Yeah, still don't have any competition. They better not. I have friends.
Have you won this year?
Huh?
You won this year?
Yeah, this year and next. Yeah, they didn't win. You know, they challenged it, but
I've seen that.
the court said, oh, she can do whatever she wants. No rule doesn't count.
Yeah. From his house up. I went over there, the first thing I said was, we don't have any insurance on it, as far as I can tell. So I don't know what they did when they rebuilt that road. The byproduct from factories years ago, buried all over the ground. It's radioactive. We used it, they used it over twice now. They used to use the actual driveway and shit. That's why all the fights over in the road area, all the old sections. We would do this with every driveway. Matt said before I did my driveway, we found some action out into the road. So I said, well, we better dig it out and get rid of it. I was trying to dance upon it. I don't understand it. So when we did my pipe, I did the driveway, and I put some pipe in right away myself. And, we started digging it. But it was only like a buck. I'll give them the resources.
Yeah, no, they are really good guys. I don't know. And they're like, they come back, they ask you why.
Yeah, right.
No, you didn't.
Yeah. Just a little bit of thing.
lead testing everything else.
Yeah.
That's good. I keep it updated, but I don't think every other month or whatever.
I have more, I had no reports back next board meeting.
Oh, no report.
Have all the answers.
Oh, cool. Glad that you're getting
Like trying. We dropped off 21 today.
Oh, yeah.
Fill up for tomorrow morning.
Oh, wow.
Both families.
Well, it's really not that hard.
I don't
Really? I bet that's been a joy. You do it and you're like, you're kind of, we feel you're and everything. Has it? One reject. Nice. Congratulations. What was the rejection like?
He wasn't
He wasn't aggressive. All right. I'd go ahead and take him. Yeah.
He came to school, filled water, right? Kitchen water, first thing I learned.
Oh, really?
And you leave it.
How did the test go? Good, like, they just, like, a lot of.
You guys hear me back there?
Yep.
Thank you.
I don't have
Pledge of allegiance.
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Heavenly Father, we pray that directly comes to all current authorities, that order and justice may be upheld for the benefit of all citizens, and guide us to better serve the people of our community. Restrain those who seek to destroy our government. We ask your divine wisdom to rest upon our leaders to guide them and protect them. Amen.
For the record, all board members are present. And public input, Andy Rizzo.
Good evening. I'm Andy Rizzo. I live at 2008 Lake Road in Youngstown. I'm a former resident of the town. I lived here for 18 years until 2010. 1991, I bought a fourplex on Amy Drive. I still own it. And I've improved it, put thousands of dollars into rehabbing each unit. And much to my surprise, I read in the newspaper where the developer is proposing 80 additional units in the Pleasant Drive Summit neighborhood. Currently in that neighborhood, there's 76 units on Amy and Violet, and another 76 along West Plaza and East Plaza Drive. 80 more units is a 50% increase. Having been a landlord since 1991 in that neighborhood, I've watched the demographic evolve negatively, much to my frustration. I enjoy being a landlord. I enjoy being a property owner in the town of Wheatfield. Most people know my property is loaded with landscaping, flowers, and tulips in the spring season. I get people stopping their car to take pictures on the front lawn. When my dream came true to be a gentleman farmer, I moved out to Youngstown in 2010. I finally found the 20 acres of high and dry ground. But I come back twice a week to maintain my property. So when I found out that an 80-unit project proposal, I'm like, where? How? The demographics in our neighborhood have been on the decline probably for the last 10 or 15 years. When I first started, I had professional people renting from me, no trouble. I never had a vacancy that went longer than 2 months. I didn't have to replace carpeting. The demand was so strong. I painted, but I had doctors, nurses, financial planners, accountants, school teachers, a lot of well-heeled, well-educated, good-paying tenants. I never had to evict anybody. It was a good class of people. In the last 5 years, I've had to evict 3 people. I would have to say 85% of the people that apply for the apartment are on social services. They're on disability. They don't have a job. They've been evicted from someplace in North Tonawanda. It's become extremely difficult to be a landlord on Amy Drive, despite every unit that I have has been upgraded. New bathrooms, new kitchens, new floors, new paint, new asphalt, new heating unit, new roof. It looks great. Why am I having such a problem? The people don't exist. The population of Niagara Falls is down to 40-some thousand. Lewiston has become the place to be right now, if you have the means. What's left for the west side of Wheatfield? The dregs. I hate to say it, but I have to go 3 to 6 months and then take a chance on somebody, because it's a long time to be paying taxes, be paying expenses, to have no income over a 6-month period. So, okay, I'll take the guy in social services. 6 months later, I'm in housing. I'm in your court, getting that person evicted because they can't pay their bills. My good intentions, trying to give somebody an opportunity. They look good, they sound good, but it doesn't exist. It's not 1990 something any longer on the west side of Wheatfield. You might say, well, when I go down Plaza Drive, I don't see any for rent signs. Good question. When I have a rent sign that lasts for 3 to 6 months, when my next door neighbor has, she wanted me to be here, I don't know why she's not here. Her rental sign, she stopped putting them up. She's a professional rental, we call it real estate agent. She's had 6 months vacancy. So to see something like this, I don't understand why the IDA would give somebody a $2 million tax break. I don't get a tax break. I did all these improvements myself with a handyman retail, $50,000 later. Did I get a tax break? No. I still pay my full amount of property taxes gladly to the town of Wheatfield. I love the level of service that this town provides. No complaints with your DPW, with the county sheriffs. It's a great place to do business. However, trying to attract tenants in an environment now with 80 more units, where are these tenants going to come from? Amy Drive, Violet Circle, Plaza Drive? The market, it's not like retail, where you build another store and the market improves. You build another residential complex without the demographics to support it, it doesn't wash. There's this thing in real estate called absorption. How do you put units out on the market, and how long will it take to absorb? Me, as a landlord, I have a 3 to 6 month absorption to try to get somebody with a job that could rent a market rate unit. I'm not sky high. I'm not setting the standard for units. So
Andy, I understand.
I just want to implore the board to consider this proposal critically and what it will do to the 40-some-odd mom-and-pop landlords in the Plaza Drive neighborhood who are already struggling to find decent tenants.
Andy, thank you.
Thank you for your time.
First, what's the status of the 80 units? Do you have any idea?
Pardon me?
The status of the 80 units?
They just came in today, as a matter of fact, to get on the planning board agenda.
Okay, and can you tell me a little bit about this proposal of the 80 units, what they're proposing?
I don't know much about it. I just know that they came in for the re-up and didn't get anything up, we may know more.
John? Yeah.
It was actually a site plan that was approved by the planning board fall of 2022. And due to the code being that if they have something that goes more than a year without getting a building permit, they have to come back for a review. So they're coming back in with their signature.
That was my fault, I read. And so this was a proposal that came in 2022 and now they're back?
They were actually approved by the planning board in the fall of 2022.
So they didn't obtain a permit, correct?
They didn't obtain their building permit, and so our code is written that if you have a site plan approval and it goes more than 12 months without obtaining a building permit, you basically have to come in and get it reapproved. I mean, I'm not gonna go through the whole process.
Where exactly is this?
Pardon?
Where exactly is this located?
This is behind, I think it's north of Sawyer Drive, basically behind where the old movie theater used to be. There are some units that are in there off of Plaza, that this was actually one big plan, I think, a long time ago.
Low-income homes,
I heard nothing about
So it doesn't come to that
part of that other than what has just been, released in the news, so.
Thank you. Who was it, the developer of that?
Starts with an M. Mazer.
It is Mazer.
It's no later, thank you. That's the only information we have on it. So thank you, Andy, for your input, appreciate it. Approval of the minutes, October sixth, 2025, have a motion, please. Second. Have a motion to second, all in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Approval of bill payment of October 20th, 2025, voucher number 20251723 to 20251822, for a total amount of $705,782.95. Have a motion? So moved. And second, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Department heads, Paul Sigmund.
No report.
Thank you, Paul. Water and sewer, Mark.
No report for me either.
Thank you, Mark. Mike Rinaldi, Recreation Department.
No report tonight.
Everybody wants to watch the football or baseball game. Assessor, Kelly, what you got?
No report.
My goodness gracious. Chris?
No report.
Constables, any report tonight? No report, my goodness gracious. Tim Zuber?
Even if I had something, I think I would say.
Maybe it's because we're back from the 2 meetings a month.
And the
By the way, Dave Godwin, our county legislator.
Thank you very much.
I forgot to ask,
Batteries now. Has to do with the e-bikes and e-scooters. They had a fire, they put it out, got it out of the garage, and they wound up with the battery, which has then been compromised. They then put it into a metal container and didn't know what to do with it. So the question came from the fire advisory board, how do they dispose of a battery that's been compromised? It's not the homeowner's responsibility. Don Tamar, environmental coordinator, is looking into it. What we found so far is that a homeowner, you can have any number of the small batteries for like a weed whacker and so on. You have a limit how many, or no, not how many, but what size. You cross that threshold, now you're in a different category. And I know Wheatfield, you follow the NYSERDA model for battery storage. That applies for batteries that are in good condition. We don't have anything where something's been compromised. So we will be putting together something on just what our fire companies can do with those for disposal. So that's forthcoming. That will go through Jonathan at Emergency Services, and that's going out to the fire coordinators. And just to give you an FYI for your companies here. The only other thing I have is tomorrow night at 5 o'clock, the new Department of Health is going to have a ribbon cutting at the new location on Stevens Street. All of the offices that were down at Mount View, other offices on Main Street and scattered throughout the county are all consolidated now on Stevens Street as a brand new structure for all of the Department of Health. That's 5 o'clock tomorrow, preceding our legislative meeting. That's it.
Thank you, Dave, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Kelly, would you put those batteries in recycle? No problem.
motions, Matt Brooks.
The first motion, from the assessor and town attorney, be it resolved to approve and authorize the town attorney to sign and execute the consent order in the tax assessment case of Jens Levy LLC versus the town of Wheatfield LLC.
Second. Motion is second, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
Next motion from the budget director, and this says blank as to the time, the motion will have to decide. Be it resolved to schedule a public hearing on November 3rd, 2025, at the time to be determined on the 2026 preliminary budget.
So moved. 6:50?
Yeah, do it. Good time.
That's good. What time is it? 6:50.
I'll second.
Motion is second, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Next motion from the town board, be resolved that the proposed Eric Road cluster subdivision appears to meet conformance with the intent and purposes of the town's conservation cluster subdivision law. The town board refers the application to the town planning board for further preliminary review and recommendation based on the law, issues of concern, including drainage, and on the cluster design and number of lots.
I'll make the motion. Need a second, please.
This isn't our recommendation, this is just moving it to the planning.
That's right, this is not moving.
So the word recommendation and motion is not our.
This is the proposed road cluster subdivision appears to be in conformance with the intent and purposes of the town cluster conservation law. And the town board refers the application to the town planning board for further review. Okay, we can remove the, in recommendation, I mean, it's our job to pass it on, but if you feel that it requires.
Recommendation and.
Yeah, right.
I'll make the second.
Okay.
Motion is second, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Motion carried.
Next motion from the fire and
Sorry,
sorry.
heard you opposed.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry. Next motion by the Fire and Permit Review Board. Be it resolved to approve firearms discharge permits and or renewals for the individuals as shown on the attached list.
Need a motion, guys?
Make the motion. I'll second.
And a second, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Next motion from the Budget Director. Be it resolved that the town board does hereby approve the following 2025 budget transfers from the general fund as follows, and that is as presented in the, motion package.
So moved. Second. Motion and second, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Another motion from the Budget Director, be resolved to approve the changes to the 2026 tentative budget for the general fund, highway fund, and water fund, increasing the total estimated revenues and budget appropriations by $30,746 for various accounts as set forth in the schedule set forth respectively, with no change in the tax levy, and that is as presented in the motion package.
Need a motion, guys?
I'll make the motion. Second.
And second, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Then, we have one late motion from, I believe, from the assessor. Resolved to allow the town assessor to re-levy the unpaid water, sewer, account charges totaling $171,970.11 on the 2025 tax roll in order to collect the charges to property tax collections. So,
Need a second, guys?
Can you explain that? What's happening?
Kelly, you wanna explain that, Kelly?
Sorry, Kelly.
No, you're okay.
So,
So basically, it's, I add the unpaid water, the unpaid sewer, the unpaid refuse charges, and any town charges, which are the grass cuttings and everything. So I get to add all of those onto the 2025 tax roll, which creates the 2026 taxes. So anybody that didn't pay these charges, they will be charged on their tax bill in January. So the town recoups their money from that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll second.
Motion second, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
that's it for the motion.
Board members, Larry Hammond.
One item, I sent all the department heads about the virtual webmaster that we use for the town's website. Last year, or this year actually, Civic Plus, I guess cut us a little deal, they only charge us about $4,000. The regular price is almost $8,000. So last year, we kept it, it's like it was our second year doing it. The first year, we paid like $700. But we weren't using a lot of hours. I mean, we'd have, building department, I think, Fran and Bill Youngman, Kathy Donner was using it in the court. for all departments if they need help posting stuff to our website. So they want to renew it at the same rate we had this year. They were gonna charge us like another $3,000 or $4,000, they said it isn't gonna happen. So they approved this year's rate, and I just wanted to check with some of the departments here tonight, if we do renew it, it's gonna be like $400 a month. But it, you know, it's training, I mean, the building department's gonna have new people there, I mean, if you need help, you know, you got someone you can call to post up to the website if you do. I'll send out another notice, if we have to put it on the agenda, maybe next meeting, but if you need help posting stuff to the website, there's a tool that you can use. I'll send out another notice and see what we get to respond. Kathy uses it. I know Bill Youngman's not here anymore, so the building department's probably gonna need help. You know, with Frank going, you're probably gonna need help, so. I know there's a few departments that can benefit from it, but it's there and it's a good tool. That's all I have.
Thank you, Art. Bill, was that?
I don't have any.
Thank you, Kevin. Bert?
Just an FYI, we're having a little bit of paving done up by the Shoreline Trail, by Frontier Fire Hall, and I expect our contractor to be coming out sometime this week if the weather picks up. But just an FYI, we'll probably have to open up that gate for them at Frontier. I'm not sure who has the key for that. You have it, Mike? Okay, so I'll reach out to you.
Yeah, let me know.
Thank you. That's all.
Brandon, just as a gentleman that spoke to start the meeting, I would take your concerns to the planning board.
Oh, I am sent to.
I think you have to realize, speaking, maybe I should not say, but I'll say it, I think the town board, legally and not legally, what we can do in a situation like this. I see your point, I get your point, but there's always the legal aspect of what we can do. That's all I have.
Thank you. I have no reports on it. Any further public input? Next meeting is November 3rd, 2025, at 7 o'clock. I need a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, we are adjourned. Thank you for coming, folks.
Before I go to give you this question, and we lost. And you just think that the neighborhood is really important.